Hi everyone, OT Customs here. Luke Skywalker sets are going to start shipping soon, so here's a quick tutorial on how to assemble them on the figure. I will be showing you the Return of the Jedi style tunic and belt set today. Since many of you ordered the Mandalorian style, I'm also going to show you how to install the shirt insert that goes beneath that tunic. So it's really just a small piece of fabric. Just pull that over the head of the figure, and then assemble the rest as instructed in this video. So if you look at that, that's going to give you that sort of shirt appearance under the tunic once it's all assembled. So I'll take that off for now and start with the Return of the Jedi style tunic. So the figure I'm using here is the same Jedi Luke body that Hasbro's been using since the first issued figure. This happens to be the Walmart exclusive Jabba's Palace Luke, but the bodies are all pretty much the same once you remove any kind of accessories or belts that come pre-assembled on them. So first you'll have the tunic. There are some kind of ugly seams on the tunics, but when assembled correctly, you really won't see any of them. So I've designed them to hide under the other flaps of the tunic. And I'll show you how that works as I get it assembled onto the figure. But this one is just really a vest. So you'll put that on like you would a real vest. And then it doesn't matter, I guess, which side of this goes over. I always tend to do it this way. So that's assembled. It's on the figure. The only seam that will be visible once it's all put on will be the side one, which is pretty unavoidable, but I'm pretty sure the real one has a seam there too as well. All right, and then next you have, I call it the neck sash. I don't know the proper term for something like this. It's really just a stretch of fabric. It narrows behind the neck and drapes in the front. So you'll put that narrow part right behind the neck, fold that down, and then see this is going to actually cover this seam here. Once it's installed. Then you have the waist sash, and you can actually display this without the belt, just the waist sash as he appears at Jabba's palace. I've made a small upgrade here. There's now a hook and loop or Velcro fastener on the waist sash. Previously it was reusable adhesive. Eventually the adhesive would give up, so I've replaced that with Velcro. And this goes on just like you would expect. So it takes a little getting used to, but if you pinch all the pieces just right and fold that on, it'll look really clean once it's assembled. Sometimes it's easier to go ahead and hook the sash together and then sort of adjust it while it's all on the figure rather than trying to do it before hooking the sash. But then, as you can see, that's the sort of sail barge attack look there. And as promised, all of the seams but that main side seam are hidden. And then of course you do have this in the back, but making it easy to take off and put back on, more important than keeping it seamless on the back of the belt, in my opinion. Now onto the belt. This is what I would consider my final pre-production copy of the belt, so there are a few things I plan to improve on all of the production copies. I made some improvements over anything I had advertised. So there's a real metal buckle, real metal hardware, so these rivets, this loop, I'm really not sure what this loop is for, but then you have this hook for the lightsaber. I'll show you how that works once it's on the figure. The back has a separate piece of faux leather to cover all of the seams from adding the hardware. And then this as well has a Velcro closure on it. So just like the Hot Toys version, if you're familiar with it, just Velcros in the back. I will be adding the pouches to the sides. This is one I just put together real quick to test the Velcro attachment. So I haven't made the pouch for this one yet. And that's installed. So now he has the full sort of Jedi look. The belt will be identical for the Mandalorian style tunics. There may be some differences in the belt from Return of the Jedi to the Mandalorian. I'm not sure exactly what those might be. So I'm just going to keep it accurate to what I know well, which is the Return of the Jedi belt. And then as you can see, the hook is functional. The lightsaber goes right on. And there you have it. So and then, you know, it should be pretty durable over time. You can take it on and off just like any kind of fabric accessory from Hot Toys. You know, it is a custom piece, so you want to be careful with it, but you should be able to, you know, display it with or without it multiple times, and it should continue to go back on, you know, just as it was the first time. It doesn't restrict, obviously, any kind of movement since it's fabric. But, you know, even this $20 Black Series figure looks way more premium. The tunic itself was actually one of the very first soft goods pieces I had designed. I originally designed it for 3.75-inch figures. And then when this specific version of Luke came out, I decided to pick it up and make one for it as well. I figured I could make this look better than the plastic one that comes with it. The belt just kind of evolved on its own, and then, you know, the bunch of renewed interest in this sort of look and this character since the Mandalorian's season 2 finale. Yeah, that's how you install my tunic set. I think I have a spare robe lying around. It's pretty straightforward on that. Again, this is one of my pre-production models. You won't see this clasp on the front on the production ones. As well, you may see some of the seams on this one are adhesive. That's, again, because it's a pre-production model. Those will be sewn on the final version. Sometimes if I just want to make a quick prototype, I'll use some adhesive and throw it together to get the shapes right. It even makes it easier to take it apart and take measurements later. So, yeah, that just goes straight on. There won't be any kind of clasping mechanism on the final versions. I decided it was too complicated and not worth the trouble. It doesn't even really look for sure that there's a clasp on his real robe. So it will just be a seamless stitched together collar there. Yeah, the hood and the opening of the robe here are wired. And with a little patience, you can get that wire to bend and look really natural. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching, everyone.